I don't know what it is. Over the last couple of days, week, bickering at each other has become prevalent on radio, and I can fucking assure you, if it continues, you're gonna find out about it. Stop bickering. Like, if you clearly, if there's a disagreement about something, you're not gonna sort it out over radio. Clearly not, especially during an active, especially during comms. Just stop. But there was also other concerns.
Well, what did I do?
Raised,
Tell me what I did, Bands.
Around sort of de-escalation as opposed to escalation.
I can speak on that if you let me speak on that. I don't, you know, I raised those concerns. So I was running that scenario, and it was completely taken away from me when people were told to open fire. I really wasn't happy about that. I could tell you a mile away. I didn't even need to be there. I already know that was a bubble pit. I'm really unhappy with that. I try and keep street racing in a place where it's going to be an interesting situation for both parties. And when we just open fire on people recklessly without establishing whether something was done on purpose or not, which of course in the environment we have is extremely difficult, I don't think calling open fire unless we can see they're like T-boning us, or I don't fucking know.
Can I interject?
No, you can let me finish and then you can speak. So troopers run races and fucking chases, right? That's what we do, correct?
100%.
Right. So why the fuck were people told to open fire on street races without me saying it's okay to do that?
Gotcha. I can interject into as to why, Trooper. So one, I don't want to step on your toes, right? But me and Gunner got pitted at like 120 plus 4 times by 3 different vehicles. You know what I mean? I understand that sometimes... Let me just turn this phone off for a second. All right, perfect. I understand that sometimes, like, yeah, bubbles happen and shit like that. And, you know, I can see where you're coming from, that, like, a bubble, you know, it being a bubble pit. You know, I have no way of knowing this. You know what I mean? Like, I have no way of knowing... But the thing is, though, it happened 4 times. 4 times just to me in a very short period of time, and I can tell you that a few of them were not bubbles. The blue car, the blue Sultan, knocked me off the road twice, right? The black car, maybe that was unintentional, and then the green one, maybe that was unintentional, but it's like, you know, I understand that, you know, when it comes to racing and stuff, that, you know, everybody does their best to try and keep things like kind of like, I hate to say like fair, right? But I mean, it's more
about being peaceful, because if every street race becomes what I just experienced, I ain't fucking going to them anymore. Same with boosting, same with any scenario. I don't want to deal with any of that shit.
I got
you, but fucking awful.
I mean, yeah,
if we start executing like we just did,
they're gonna get really aggressive.
It's gonna get really bad. You know, and we're literally giving them a reason to escalate by doing shit like that. And what I really think what we should be doing, instead of opening fire, we should be trying to spike these motherfuckers. Like, yeah, we should get aggressive with them, but in the right ways, like pitting, spiking, all that shit. Opening fire is only going to turn it into something that I really don't think any of us really want to deal with. I really don't.
If someone's using their vehicle as a weapon, I'm opening fire on the motherfuckers, whether they're racing or not.
Okay, but Espinosa, if you just listen to what we just said, we've established that we didn't know whether it was 100% on purpose or not, correct?
Fred just said that he knew that some weren't on like.
I didn't know some weren't on purpose until after the situation. Okay, but you know, the way it looked to me from my perspective, it was pretty fucking, like it looked pretty intentional. I mean, Gunner was there with me. You know, that blue Sultan was pitting the shit out of us. It hit us at like that thing took me out of the. I had to use a repair kit. That thing fucking took me out so hard. It pit me at like Gunner. What was it like? It was like 130 plus easily, right? That blue one on that straight.
Yeah, I think we were doing 140 closer to 150.
Yeah, and then like on a straight, he literally is behind me, but then pulls off to the side and then nudges me. Like, so he pulls off to this. So the way it was is he was kind of riding my line, right? And then he pulled off to the side, right? Pulled up, got a little speed on me, and then fucking went into us. You know, it's like, it's kind of hard for me to view that as something that's a bubble or unintentional. You know what I mean? It's by the way that he did it.
I understand that. But I guess my point is still, like, if we still don't know 100%, and I think if we don't know 100%, we shouldn't be shooting.
But then isn't it just? But you see, but that's where like the waters get kind of like muddled, isn't it? Because it's like there are people who will do things and say they are accidental all the time just to get away with a little shit. Like
that's true, but I don't think that's for us to police. You know?
Yeah, it's not for us to police. That's why we make the calls in the field because it's not for us to police. We make the call in the field, right? Doesn't that make sense?
I wouldn't deal with that in the city, sir. If somebody said to me that was, you know, scuff or a bubble and it wasn't either of those things, then I'd be speaking to the government. Fuck everything else. So that's what I would do.
But the point you're making is also the same point he's making. Like, if they're saying LOL scuff, well, that's not up for us to decide. The information we have is that you just fucking pitted me twice.
Four.
If you say LOL
four
it was an
times.
accident or LOL scuff, like that's not up for me to debate.
I don't think anybody involved would be doing that.
I disagree. A lot of people do that.
I know them better than you, so I disagree. And frankly, as well, I've just said, like, if a trooper is running a chase. That's it, really.
I'm glad you have a personal relationship with them, Snow. Like, I don't know what to say.
Well, yeah, Tracy, I've been dealing with these guys for the past 2 years. I've been dealing with Steve the past 2 years. I've been doing a huge amount of investigation. I've been blown up by these guys, as have you. Okay? I have a huge amount invested in this scene. And if we turn it into something that it shouldn't be, it's going to be a pile of shit that nobody's going to enjoy anymore. Do you understand that?
No, but do you understand that you're kind of jeopardizing?
Yes or no? Did you understand what I just said?
No, I don't. And
you don't understand it.
Well, why are you interrupting me, Snow?
You shouldn't be responding to Street Race then.
Okay, why are you interrupting me? I'm trying to explain to you.
Because you didn't let me finish, Tracy.
You asked me a question and I was answering.
No, you carry on. You got something to say.
It seems you care about the relationships with them more than you do with your fucking officers. Like, we're trying to help you here.
If you actually think that's true, Tracy, I'm outie. Okay, I don't need this fucking conversation.
Think that's true, so I'm trying to bring up this concern
I don't need to be spoken to like this. If you actually think that's true, then we're fucking done here. You guys have a good day.
All right, see you later, Snow. If you don't want to hear it, then fine.
Don't come to my street races, Tracy.
Okay.
Why did this become a spectator sport?
Jesus Christ.
I think everyone was part of this debrief.
Yeah, I was about to say, I turned around and everyone's here.